Can you tell him?
Okay, come on.
What's this?
Apparently it was an epic jump. Smashed right through the laundry window.
What?
But your RAA home insurance covers accidental glass breakage.
Oh, Aaron.
We do more. Get a quote today.
Welcome to Football Federation South Australia's live coverage of round 21 of the Women's National Premier League here in South Australia. We're at TK Shutter Reserve for Metro United versus Adelaide City. My name's Paul Marcachitti. Glad to be bringing this game with you, and with me today I have two special co-commentators. Andy Rusgard, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Paul.
Well, looking forward to this one, mate.
They've saved the best for last, haven't they? The last game of the regular season WNPL and everything to play for between these two giants of the game. I can't wait.
Absolutely. And also next to me is Cassandra Trippieri. How are you, Cass?
I'm very well, thanks, Paul. How are you?
Not too bad. They've really turned it on for us today.
I really have. I've been looking forward to this all week.
The weather gods have turned it on as well, Paul. I'm sure you can see on the live stream, 17 degrees and almost not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful.
It is absolutely terrific. We are just watching as the players for the Adelaide City and Metro Stars NPL reserve teams are walking off the field after their game has just been completed. We've got an absolute cracker coming up because, as we know, this game will decide the 2018 WNPL Premiership here in South Australia. Of course, we will go into a finals series which will then give us the champions at the end of the grand final. But the first trophy on offer is today, Andy, and as we know, the equation is pretty simple.
It is pretty simple. For Adelaide City, it's win, and they're the premiers. For Metro, all they have to do is stop Adelaide City winning, and they're the premiers.
It's a really good way for the season to finish. I have to say that you couldn't have planned it any better, and congratulations to the clubs who have come up with this concept of playing these matches. Of course, Women's National Premier League is normally played on Friday night, but this match has turned out to be the decider, and it will be played before Metro Stars and Adelaide City play a very important match in their competition, the NPL, at 3 p.m. Cass, it is a decider. These teams will be meeting again in 2 weeks in the finals, of course, because first plays second in the first week of the final, but the premiership still means a lot to these guys.
Oh, definitely. I remember Stella Rigon saying it's a marathon. The season's a marathon, so to win the season, pretty much, it means a lot to the club and the players.
And we like to support women's football in South Australia, and again, we thank the FFSA for putting on this live stream. And Claymore Wines, who support the game, they are donating $1 from every bottle sold at participating outlets to Women's Football Fund. The full details are on the FFSA website. Now, we should probably have an early look at the lineups for today. Two very, very strong sides indeed. If we look at the Metro lineup, at the moment they've got Kelly Baltrop in goals. At the back, it's going from left to right, Nicole Calder, Isabella Scalzi, Ebony Kiriakou and Christy Moore. In midfield, it's Ness Reid, Rachel Quigley and Rochelle Kuhar. And up the front, Stella Rigon on the left, Chrissy Panagaris at centre forward, and on the right will be Kelsey Zafaridis. The subs today for Metro, Laura Stockdale, she's back from injury, she's on the bench. Number 6, number 11, Lauren Steer, Donna Cockayne, Chanel Tadino, and of course the reserve goalkeeper, Esther Tott.
It's a insanely powerful lineup that Metro have put on here. If you kind of look, how many attack-minded players have they got on out of the 11 here? 8?
Oh, absolutely huge amount. And what about that bench? I mean, we're talking about that is an insanely good bench of players who would just walk into just about any other team.
Yep, for sure, 100%.
Let's have a look at the Adelaide City lineup, how the away team are lining up. It is Kendall Jenner in goals. Their defence from left to right, Alicia Nicholas, Macaulay, Grace Abbey and Bianca Gray. In the midfield, they've got Georgia Campagnoli and Dylan Holmes. On the wing, Nino Sasaki and Chelsea Dorber, and up front, Adelaide City stalwart Danielle Di Bartolo and their captain, Tiaran Powell. On the bench for Adelaide City, it's Goldfinch, Darlin Flight, Daphne McLeod, Robertson, and the reserve goalkeeper is Elisa Eno.
Looking forward to this one. These two sides know each other so well. They have played so many matches against each other over the years because, of course, there are 3 matches in the normal rounds. They often meet in finals, and they've met in the Cup for the last few years as well. In fact, might just go through some of the head-to-heads here, Andy. There's been 8 matches over the last 3 years in the league, 4 wins to Metro, 2 to Adelaide City and 2 draws. There have been 3 matches in finals. Metro have got a 2-1 edge there. But in the Cups, Adelaide City have really had the wood on Metro lately. 3 wins out of 3 in the last meetings in the Premier and State League Cup, even a win in the Charity Cup in 2016. And overall, there is 15 matches played between these two sides in all competitions over the last 3 years. 6 wins to Metro, 7 wins to City, 2 draws. That's just how close it is between these two, Cass.
Fairly close, like 2 strong sides, and sometimes you can't even split them. So it could go, either way.
It always seems as well like Adelaide City get the last laugh. Like Metro, for all the wins that they get in the regular league, when it comes to the finals, when it comes to the Cup finals, you see the Adelaide City are the side that quite often end up with the championship at the end of the year.
They've certainly won more championships. Of course, these two teams, they're really the old firm here in Adelaide. This is, if there's an old firm derby, this is the one. Nine championships all up. In the last 9 championships have been won by these two sides, 6 of them by City and 3 of them by Metro.
It is the spoil shared pretty exclusively there. Speaking of the league, let's have a look at the results from last night's fixtures across Adelaide. We see the FFSA NTC girls had an extraordinary win with a finals berth on the line over Adelaide University. Adelaide University you would have had as a lock for the finals just about before the season started. The FFSA NTC girls have done an extraordinary work this season every time they've been asked.
They certainly have. They have finished 4th as a result of that match. That match actually, like this one, was a decisive one. One of those sides would have finished 4th with a win, but it was the NTC girls that pulled it off.
Elsewhere, West Adelaide, at the same venue, the Adelaide Shores, the late game, West Adelaide, and Fulham holding on for a 1-1. They've had a respectable finish to their season, Fulham, and as such, we'll see another year in the WNPL next season.
They have avoided relegation by finishing second to bottom.
Fortunately, Cumberland United will be relegated. However, they did have ended on a high with a 3-2 win against Salisbury Into, who started the season so strong, but kind of fell away towards the end. But Cumberland will be relegated from the WNPL this season.
So we'll hopefully look at the table shortly. This will give you an idea of what exactly we are playing for. Remember, this is the absolute last match of the season. Every single game has been played except for this one. Metro United with an extraordinary 17 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss only from their 20 games. They're on 53 points. Adelaide City are on 52, so it's pretty simple today. Adelaide City wins, they are the premiers. A draw or a Metro United win and Metro are the premiers. Then it's West Adelaide on 35, and as we mentioned, the NTC team will be in the finals with 31 points. Then Uni 25, Salisbury into 18. Fulham United have avoided relegation. They are on they finished on 11, and Cumberland, who will go down, finished on 9. Andy, perhaps we could also talk about the results that these two teams have had this season so far.
It's been immensely tight as we see the Premiership Cup that they're both playing for. It's always tight between these two teams, and it's kind of been Adelaide City with the rub of the green this year. In round 2, March 9th, they played at the Valley Football Centre, with Adelaide City finishing 4-2 winners. A couple of goals to Danielle Di Bartolo, Georgia Campagnoli scored, Tian Powell, Panagaris and Quigley for Metro, so 4-2. But we do remember that Metro kind of started slow.
Yes.
They didn't get out of the blocks in the way that we kind of thought they were going to this season.
Yeah.
They kind of did turn things around, though, as the weeks went on. On April 27, round 9, they won 4-2. The same result, but reverse. Kusi Panagaris with 2 goals. Stella Gon, Rochelle Kuhar. For Adelaide City, it was Danielle Di Bartolo and Chelsea Dorber. So they've both had a 4-2 result each in the league. They played in the Cup quarterfinals. It was like 2 top-seeded teams in the bracket meeting too early. You kind of see these 2 teams make it to the final. They played each other in the quarterfinal, and Adelaide City's Cup form has been exceptional this season. They were the 2-0 winners here at TK Shutter Reserve in what was a doubleheader on the 9th of June.
Now, in the league, and just to give you an idea of what an extraordinary dominance we've seen from these 2 teams, I mean, they've both won 17 out of 20 matches, but Metro are on a run of 13 straight league wins, and they're undefeated in the league since that match in round 2, so that's 18 games undefeated. And they haven't conceded in their last 5 games. Adelaide City is almost as impressive. They're on a run of 10 straight league wins, and they've only conceded 2 goals in those 10 games. But despite that extraordinary defending, as you just mentioned, Andy, they were both 4-2 results in the league this season. And the one thing that ruined Metro's run was that cup match that you just mentioned that was played here in June that Adelaide City won by 2-0.
Paul, at the start of the season, as the signings were coming in from Metro United, you coined the phrase Las Galacticas to describe just how strong a lineup these teams have. It kind of seems to me like this match is a team of champions playing like a champion team versus a champion team playing like a team of champions. It's 2 hugely evenly matched teams. And we've seen that from the results that they've put on show earlier this season. I
think so, and I think when you look at the amount of particularly W League experience that you have in Metro, full credit, and Cass, I think you'd have to say Adelaide City, I'm not sure that if I'd looked at these lineups at the start of the season and would have thought that they would have gone with them to the extent that they have, but they've had a tremendous season.
Oh, definitely. It's good to see on the South Australia perspective as well. Just what the quality that we actually have here and where these girls can go in the future. Absolutely.
There's no shortage of course, great players in the City lineup as well. But on paper, the amount of, I guess, credentials that you would attribute to the Metro players is just absolutely extraordinary. And we talked about before just how extraordinary their depth of talent is. With players like Laura Stockdale, Lauren Steer and Donna Cockayne, and even up-and-coming player like Chanel Tadino on the bench. I mean, these are absolutely top draw players. You can watch this game on the Football Federation of South Australia Facebook page, or go to YouTube and find FFSA TV. We're bringing it to you live from TK Shutter Reserve. We're just a couple of minutes from kickoff. We want to thank our sponsors, RAA, proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. We're just waiting for the teams to come out, so we will mention that also the 2018 celebration of football will be held on Saturday, October 6 at the Adelaide Convention Centre. And for more details for that, stay tuned to both the FFSA website and other social media pages, which will undoubtedly be coming with lots of promotions for that particular event.
Well, the referees lead the players out in the moments just before the biggest clash of the season here in the Women's National Premier League at TK Shutter Reserve. First of 2 doubleheader matches. The referees today are Daniel Bryant, who is a regular fixture for WNPL matches, the biggest ones. He's always there. His assistants are Luke DeLitt and Liam Tuvey, as the Metro and Adelaide City players line up in the middle to much fanfare. Guys, how do we see this one going?
I've got friends at both clubs, so they've given me a bit of slack all week. I'm going to say Metro by just maybe a 2-1.
I think it could be really, really tight
Yeah.
today. I mean, I know they've had 2 4-2 matches. I kind of feel like I'd be a bit surprised if it went that way today. I think the first goal will be huge. I know that's a bit of a cliche. I also am just leaning to Metro. I think they can allow themselves to dictate terms a little bit, given that a draw will be enough for them.
That's right.
For me, I think we're in for a thriller. But like I said, when the chips are down in those big matches, Adelaide City always seems to be a big occasion club. That they pull themselves together so well in these matches. As we see the captain shaking hands for the toss of the coin, I think that Adelaide City will just get the better of Metro United today. But who knows? With two teams like this, it could really go either way.
No, it certainly could. Adelaide City are in their huddle. As you can see on the pictures, Metro are also getting together. It's a huge, huge occasion. We are so blessed that the results have fallen the way they have, so that we've got this immense decider here today. And it's going to be another one for they don't have ordinary matches against each other, these two, Adelaide City and Metro. They really, really do always seem to have some sort of talking point. I even think back to the 4-2 win that Metro had in their last league encounter. Adelaide City went up 2-0 in the first 6 minutes with those goals from Di Bartolo and Dorba. And then within another 6 minutes, it was 2-2. So it really, really, and of course Metro went on to win 4-2. So these are the sorts of games that we get sometimes from these teams. And as we look at the pictures now, it looks like Adelaide City are going to kick off with their captain, Tian Powell, all in readiness now for round 21 of the WNPL, the premiership decider, Metro versus Adelaide City, and we're away. And an early touch for Dylan Holmes, and they're going to bring out to the right-hand side with Bianca Gray, and she tries to go long. It's going to be asking a fair bit. It's going to be an early throw for Metro. It's going to give Calder a chance to get her hands on the ball. And she looks up the wing. Already it's very, very tight. And she gets the ball back. But really good interception there by Di Bartolo. But you would think that that's going to be dealt with by Scalzi. But no, City have got the ball back. And now is a chance to turn. And Holmes, can she shoot? Oh, what a start! What a start! Dylan Holmes, she's been in goal-scoring form this season, and she has put one into the net in the very first minute. City win the ball back. That is absolutely magnificent. 44 seconds, I'm told, is all it took. And Adelaide City have suddenly given themselves the advantage.
Whoa, that's a shock.
What an extraordinary strike there by Dylan Holmes. Gets the ball, a little touch, maybe a mistake at first, but steadies herself well and puts that into the top corner there. It's a fantastic goal for Adelaide City.
Well, and City are on the march again. They're really up for this. And now Di Bartolo, she was nearly through, and Nicole Calder dealt with it. And all of a sudden, it's like Metro have now kicked off the game at the disadvantage, Cass.
That's right.
Wow. Dylan Holmes, she's caught a couple from distance this season. Had the good fortune of interviewing her a couple of months ago. And she did mention, her goal tally was boosted by the penalties she gets to take it as the designated taker. But make no mistake, she's having a terrific season. And they just saw another example there. And City, you called it, Andy. So far, they've lived up to what you suggested, and that is that they are the big game team.
I don't think anyone could have called a 44-second goal, though, Paul.
No, indeed. And I'm just wondering if Metro are a little bit rattled. They've just given the ball away for a throw that Bianca Gray is going to take.
Yeah, it's not the start that Metro would have wanted, that's for sure.
Gray restarts with Sasaki now. Tries to chip over the top. Should be dealt with pretty comfortably by Kuhar. Now Quigley on the ball. Now's a chance for Metro to get a stranglehold in this game. Chrissy Panagaris knows how to find the net. Ball cut out there very well by McCauley. Holding up play is McCauley. Plays it down the line and it goes out of play. Nicole Calder will throw this ball back in. You need players like Rachel Quigley, who we saw with a touch there in the middle of the park, to really use their experience to settle the game now for Metro United. Here's Calder. Restarts play looking for Panagaris, but beats everyone. It's Grace Abbey, the centre back. Plays the ball over the top there, flicked on top. Di Bartolo tries to get a touch of it. Couldn't get a hold of Tian Powell's header over the top there. It goes out for another Nicole Calder throw-in. Seen a lot of the ball so far, but only with her hands. Plays Quigley. Finds the ball back again. And all the way back. Kelly Boutrop now. Caught by surprise more than anyone, I think, by that first-minute strike by Dylan Holmes. Isabella Scousey plays the ball forward. Panagaris. Too soft a touch there for Rachel Quigley. And the ball's kind of ricocheting back and forward with Adelaide City now with a chance to settle things down. Goes back to Kendall Jenner.
Well, I have to say, I'm seeing just off camera, a lot of the Metro players are looking incredibly tentative. They are really shocked by what's just happened, and a few of them just aren't on the same wavelength just yet.
Ball crossed in there by Stella Rigon. Rigon cut out again by Grace Abbey. Great to see Grace Abbey playing in healthy and fit. Rochelle Kuhar, ball cut out there. Here's Sasaki. Takes a touch. Plays it up the line. Manages to keep the ball in, and Daniel Di Bartolo is going to run forward again for Adelaide City. Here's Di Bartolo versus Scousey. Steps over the ball. Holds it up, but Scousey wins the duel. Plays it forward. Here's Quigley now for Metro. Rachel Quigley plays the ball forward there for Kelsey Zafaridis. Zafaridis, another of the Metro players who knows how to find the net, puts the ball in the middle for Panagaris, but spills off. It's going to be a corner. Grace Abbey there putting the ball out into touch. Metro now stringing together a bit of an attack for the first time this game. More positive signs as 5 minutes ticks over for Metro.
And we've talked about it before, the pinpoint delivery of Stella Rigon. This is a more threatening corner than it would be from a lot of other teams.
The former Adelaide United captain will play the ball in for Metro. Plenty of height in the box for Metro. They do look like the taller team at a glance. Can she find an option? Here's Stella Rigon. Cut out very well there by Macaulay and clears the ball well. Searching for Di Bartolo there. Holds the ball up. And Adelaide City can counter, and here they go again. It's Powell. Tian Powell loses control of the ball, goes out wide, but she's going to hold up play. Tian Powell to cross it back in. Here's Powell. Gets the ball in the air, and it's got to be forced clearance there by Isabella Scousey, and it's pinballing around in the box there. Metro in danger once again. Goes out, the referee stops the game. Looks like someone copped a blow there. It's Chelsea Dorber, I think, who's down on the ground. Adelaide City will get a chance to settle them. Metro will get a chance to settle themselves from a restart of play.
Well, after 6 minutes, not only have City scored, but that could have been a very, very dangerous break with Danny Di Bartolo, who loves scoring against Metro. She's got plenty of goals in this fixture over the last few years. And, of course, she's in terrific goal-scoring form, as she always is. She's almost every season a goal-a-game player. Now, Grace Abbey has the ball for City. She finds Holmes, the goal scorer. Sasaki. City just look like they're in control, and the ball into Powell was a good one. But Metro have reset a bit, but Sasaki's back out on the right now. Can she keep that one in? And she does. Rigon manages to look after the situation for Metro. City now back in attack. What a pickup Nano Sasaki was for them last year. She played a few reserves games, 5 games, scored 6 goals, and pretty quickly put out the message that she was a bona fide first-team player, and she's never looked back. Now City going to see if they can attack through Powell, but that's going to be cleared by Rigon.
It's frantic decisions that Metro are making that they're being forced to deal with Adelaide City with.
Now it's gone all the way back to Holmes. City, they really look like the team in control now, and Metro are going to have to do something to settle themselves down. Now, trying to charge through there was Gray, but it's gone out. Metro have forced the goal kick to be taken by Boutrop, and they really need to get the ball up the other end and see if they can enjoy a little bit more possession. We don't normally see them in this kind of disarray is probably too strong a word, but they certainly look very hesitant, very rushed at times.
Yep.
So ball's pinballing a bit in midfield, and Campagnoli tried to bring it forward, but it's come back. Good touch, Zafaridis, and trying to put Zafaridis through. Sorry, that touch was from Panagaris. Was Quigley. It's gone too far, and Jenner has the ball. Macaulay to Nicholas. Tries to find Powell, but cut out well by Kiriakou. City have it on the left-hand side. Kiriakou, of course, a hugely experienced player. Most of this lineup is back with Adelaide United way back in 2009-10 season. Made 6 appearances in the W League. Something you can say about a lot of these Metro players, but they're on the back foot at the moment. It's a good battle there on the attacking left, and it looks like it was won by Christy Moore in the end. It's going to be a City throw.
It's like Alicia Nicholas will restart play for Adelaide City. Ball held up. Plays the ball back in the middle of the park now with Dorber. Playing a bit out of position there, Chelsea Dorber, at the opposite wing to where you might typically see her.
Yeah, and also often goes to the heart of the attack as well. But certainly a versatile
Metro
player.
restarts play, but the pressure from City again too strong. They have a chance to settle themselves now, Metro. Here's Kiriakou. Plays the ball forward. Cut out again by Macaulay. Here's Campagnoli. Campagnoli holding up play. Loses the ball. Here's Quigley. Quigley to Kuhar. Kuhar now looking wide. Finds Christy Moore with a searching ball over the top for Chrissy Panagaris. Can she get onto it? No, Kendall Jenner, the Adelaide City keeper, gets there first. Slightly more positive signs from Metro, but again, it looks rushed. It looks frantic. Here's Grace Abbey. Poised. Ball to Di Bartolo. Finds Sasaki. Almost gets a 1-2 there. It would have been absolutely delightful if she did. Here's Bianca Gray. Veteran of the WNPL. Stella Regon with good pressure there. Forces a throw in. Be taken by Gray. Looking for Di Bartolo. Plays the ball over the top. Here's Tiana Powell. She's got Di Bartolo running behind her. An option in Sasaki as well. She takes that one. Here's Sasaki out wide. Looking for an option. Plays it into the middle of the park with Campagnoli. Campagnoli all the way back now. Here's Macaulay, the centre half. Searching forward. Who can she find? Plays it along the ground looking for Di Bartolo. Cut out by Isabella Scalzi. But it's a clearance into Adelaide City's paddock once again. Grace Abbey, Adelaide United player. Ball with Dylan Holmes, the goal scorer. It didn't take her long at all. Wins the throw-in ball. I think came off Rachel Quigley there. Goes out for an Adelaide City throw-in. And we obviously don't get possession stats or anything, Paul, but it would be Adelaide City with the rub of the green, certainly with useful possession.
Yeah, definitely. They've controlled the game, and really they've only had one maybe even slightly threatening moment against them.
Kiriakou, the captain of Metro, plays more, gets the ball back. Switch now to Nicole Calder. Little touch. Not a great pass there by Nicole Calder. Bianca Gray cuts it out. She was looking for Stella Regon. Nicole Calder does win it back, though. Plays it back to Baltrop, the keeper. 12 minutes gone here at TK Shutter Reserve, thanks to Livestream Australia. First of a doubleheader between Metro and Adelaide City. Metro United first, the women's team, then Metro Stars at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Is Calder to Reid. Looking for Christy Moore out wide. Trying to string some passes together, get a bit of rhythm, bit of momentum. Metro, can they get it? Quigley knows how. Plays a beautiful little ball there. But it's cut out by Macaulay. It's going to be a throw into Metro in a reasonably dangerous area.
Metro now trying to build. They've at least got the ball up at the right end. Neither have they had too much possession, but they haven't had too many forays forward. Just that one corner that Regon took. They just haven't been able to keep their foot on the ball too long in attack. But they might have another corner now. They will. And this is going to be another opportunity for Regon to find some of the taller timber in the penalty box last week against West Adelaide. 2 Regon deliveries, one from a corner and one from a free kick out wide, resulted in Metro's 2 goals against West Adelaide. A couple of superb headers from Nicole Calder and Rachel Quigley, and they'll both be up there again trying to get on the end of this one. You can see Calder is at the back post. Quigley's right on the goalkeeper. Here comes Regon's delivery. It's a better one. And goal! What a terrific finish. And I think it was, it was Calder in the end who finished it. And that's exactly what we've been talking about with Stella Regon's delivery. The first one wasn't quite what she was after, but that second corner, you give her a second chance. And no, it was Quigley in the end that got the goal, I think.
Could have been an own goal.
Yeah. Just trying to look at the picture again, and it's been given to Quigley by the ground announcer.
I think Bianca Gray gets a touch.
Quigley's
there.
got it. No, it's a Quigley goal, I think. So well done, Rachel Quigley, and well done, Stella Regon. And we've kicked off again. It's 1-1, and Gray has the ball, and all of a sudden, out of nothing, and now Panagaris is on the march. But her touch goes straight to the keeper, and all of a sudden, after Metro really just looked all at sea, they've made it 1-1, and they now hold the Aces in trying to win the premiership, because, of course, a draw is enough for them. It's City that needs to win, and now City, after being so impressive, they've got it all to do again. Metro now trying to get forward. Here is Kuhar. Just holds the ball well. Panagaris tries to flick it on, but Gray's going to deal with that, but that wasn't a good ball from her. Kuhar's got it again. Moore. She's got time. Up the wing for Zafaridis. So she's well marshalled, and she's put it out herself. So City's going to have the ball, and they've given it away again, and maybe all of a sudden they're going to be the edgier ones, having just conceded. Bit of room out here on the left for Calder. Calder's got Regon. That's where it goes. And a little bit of space at the moment for Reed to come into, trying to find Regon again. Gray might get there first. She's allowed the ball to go out for a goal kick.
Well, all the twists and turns you can imagine fitting into 15 minutes of football in the...
there was me saying it might be a low-scoring affair.
And the premiership decider. Maybe 4-2 was putting too tight a lid on it. What have you made of the game so far, Cass?
Oh, look, Adelaide City were on the front foot early. Obviously, that early goal, and they looked in control now that Metro's equalised. I think it could go Metro's way, but, you know, there's got to be more goals in it, for sure.
Rachel Quigley's 15th goal of the season for Dylan Holmes. It's her 7th. Well, it does take such a tiny spark to inspire a massive change in this game. Tion Prowl searching forward, manages to win a throw-in the far side of the park here at TK Shutter Reserve. It's going to be Nicholas to restart play. Now Adelaide City making the frantic rush decisions. And as Paul said just before, they're the ones that have the impetus to go on and win this game. They need to be the ones that play the more attacking football here as they look to score again. Ball going forward there. Di Bartolo loses a footing. Sasaki with a gentle touch finds her. Here's Dorber to the middle of the park to Campagnoli. Great distribution by Campagnoli. Manages to find the option up forward, but Metro intercept. Here's Scousey. Plays it to the wing, but no one's home. It's going to go out for a throw-in. No, kept in well there by Macaulay, the centre half. All the way back to Grace Abbey. Here's Abbey. Trotting forward. Finds Holmes. Manages to turn. Di Bartolo takes the option down wide. Here's Di Bartolo with the speed. Di Bartolo, Calder for company. Keeping the ball at her feet. Can she get it past her? Di Bartolo with a mission here. Takes it past Calder, but well, the experience of Metro wins out there. It was put out by Isabella Scousey, and it's going to be a corner to Adelaide City.
And it looks like it's going to be Dylan Holmes to come over and take it.
The goal scorer, Dylan Holmes, as you said before,
has to collect the ball herself. Need a few more carries around the ground.
Well, Dylan Holmes is the set piece taker for Adelaide City.
Oh, Campagnoli's there too. Campagnoli.
Puts the ball in for Adelaide City, and not a great corner, has to be said. Goes straight out. Into touch for a Kelly Beltrop goal kick for Metro.
Of course, this venue is not one that these players play at a lot, even though Metro is the home team here. Of course, all games are normally played either at Velo out at the parks or at Adelaide Shores at West Beach. Great to have this match played on a Saturday afternoon here to decide the title. And at the moment, it's in Metro's hands. Now, they've got the ball in midfield through Kuhar. Brings it out to Calder. Regon. Tries to play a 1-2. Well, Panagaris, Regon keeps it in.
Great football by Metro there.
Yeah, that's what we hadn't seen much of up until now. Well, certainly up until they scored from the corner, where they're so dangerous. Calder's going to try to get it up to Panagaris. And well intercepted by Abbey, but Metro might just get through. In the end, Holmes is just going to have to boot the ball out of touch. And Calder has the chance to start again. She looks for Quigley. And well read there by Gray. She's had to concede again, though. Metro have just inched their way forward. Now it's going to be Regon to take the throw. Can they get a cross in, though? It's come back out, header there by Reed, but doesn't go far enough. Bit of a scramble there. And in the end, Powell's made it her own and she's found Sasaki. Not a lot ahead of her. Campagnoli's trying to make a run, but in the end, she was dispossessed. And now, good ball by Regon in to try to find Quigley. She might get it back. Regon's got some room now, and she's got Panagaris in the middle. Tries to get a ball in, but intercepted. That's going to be a throw. Metro have settled now. I don't think there's any doubt about that. In the 21st minute, it's 1-1, but still a score at which the fate of the premiership can turn on one goal. Right now it's in red, but City have to score to turn it black and white again. Ball was too far for Reed. City got a bit of room here to play out. It's only one player up ahead of Di Bartolo, and it's Powell, but she's found Powell. Ooh. In the end, very good covering work from Kiriakou to make sure that that situation didn't become a more threatening one. Adelaide City now in the attacking right. It's going to be Gray, veteran player for them. Mostly experienced players, including this one, Di Bartolo. But the ball's been lost. In the end, Powell managed to get a shot from a situation where, though, her chances weren't particularly high. And now Christy Moore's got a bit of time. Dual international, Australia and England. Admitted to the FFSA Hall of Fame last year, Christy Moore. What a player she's been for so long. Long ball by Kiriakou, and it's a very good one. Finds Regon on the left. And she's got Gray for company. She's going to have to get used to that today, that's for sure. Good ball there into Quigley. Regon tries to get it over for Reed, but City were alive to that. And Campagnoli brings it away, and that's a good ball for Di Bartolo. She doesn't have anything centrally for her, though, and well done there by Scalzi, who tidied up the situation. Of course, Isabella Scalzi's last game for Adelaide City in 2016 was naturally a meeting between these two teams. That finished a 4-0 win for Metro, but she moved to City after that. That's a foul against Regon on the halfway line by Gray. And about halfway through the first half now. Metro 1, Adelaide City 1. We thank RAA, proudly sponsoring football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. Quigley, it's going to be a free kick for Adelaide City going to Dylan Holmes for that challenge. And now to give them a bit of a chance to get a bit of control again, which they've probably lost in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
How have you seen that little period, Cass?
Oh, definitely. They've definitely lost the that spark they had early. Just need to find their composure again.
Grace Abbey plays the ball forward. Chrissy Moore is going to deal with that. You know, for all you can say about the incredible attack that Metro have, I will stop there as Sasaki manages to intercept. Pretty errant clearance there by Kelly Baltrop, the Metro keeper. The Metro are going to see it comfortably go back to her again. I was going to say, for all the stars in attack, Metro's defence is just about the strongest area on the park. When you look at Ebony Kiriakou, Scalzian and Calder and Moore on the fullbacks, phenomenal players.
Huge experience.
Quigley heads the ball over the top. Bouncing off the head there of Georgia Campagnoli. Adelaide City in possession with Holmes. Sasaki. Struggling to get into the game, I have to say, Nino Sasaki. Typically an absolute whiz on the ball, but struggling to penetrate Metro's pressure they're putting on. Reid goes back to Moore. To Ebony Kiriakou. Tries to turn. Dispossessed very well there by Powell. Here they go, searching forward in another attack. Here's Di Bartolo, takes a touch. Danielle Di Bartolo has a shot!
Ooh.
And just misses. All some hands went up in the crowd to celebrate. They did so too soon. That was ever so close. Let's have another look. Here's the ball forward from Powell. To Di Bartolo. Excellent touch there. And just goes.
I swear that was going in.
To the side of the post.
Certainly from where we were sitting, looked like that was going to sneak in.
Could be the impetus that Adelaide City need. That's more like it. Penetrating that strong Metro defence. Just missing. Well, it could have almost been 2-1 there to Adelaide City. They're going to have to try again. Here's Stella Rigon. Struggling to deal with it there, and it goes to Di Bartolo. It's spilled to her again. Cuts it in quickly. But cut out there by Kelly Baltrop, the Metro goalkeeper. Plays it out to Kuhar, to Scalzi. Pressure. Pressure from Dorber. And it's spilled there from Calder. Tries to clear it, but can't. Baltrop takes it up. A few shaky moments there by Metro.
Yeah, no, the pressure's still high and the nerves are still present in some players. Good job Chelsea Dorber's doing for City at the moment. She's one of the players applying a whole heap of pressure. Here's Quigley. Reid trying to put through Regon, but Gray was alive to that. And a very good touch there. Well, I thought the ref could have played an advantage there. Dylan Holmes is pretty frustrated. She'd picked up the touch from Dorber, who was fouled, but it's been brought back.
Looks like Vanessa Reid's been given a task in the middle of the park to just really exert her strength and her... let the Adelaide City players know she's there.
Well, there's no better candidate. No, she won't love me for mentioning this, but she's got 3 yellow cards this year, and Metro have only got 4 in total. They're a pretty clean team. 3 yellow cards is hardly, is in itself by a player is hardly terrible. But she is an enforcer, and she's going to get the odd ticket for that. Now Moore brings it forward. But, that's the ball that Metro have struggled to hold on to thus far, but they've got it back through Calder. But it's just gone. Panagaris wasn't able to control it, and City are going to get a free there for that foul on Di Bartolo. He's had a pretty good game so far. Didn't convert that last chance there, but has certainly been finding space against this very, very polished Metro defence.
Giving them headaches, Di Bartolo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now Dylan Holmes, she might be looking at putting this right into the area. She is a great deliverer of the ball. That one has found the head of Campagnoli, but sorry, Di Bartolo, but it's been straight through to Baltrop, who I'm sure now has gotten over the stunning start that City made, and I think it was her first touch of the ball was having to pick it out of the net. Calder now clears the ball long, but well won by Abby. Talk about big game players. She sure is. Now it's Regon. Good control. And in the end, it was Abby again that came across. She was player of the match in the grand final last year when Adelaide City defeated West Adelaide 4-1. You just know these are the sorts of occasions, Cass, that she comes up for.
Definitely. She's one of those players that you'll know that you can count on.
Now Regon just going back to find the spot from which she will deliver the ball. It's probably a bit deeper than she would like, and she can't swing it in as she would on the other side, but we know the delivery is usually pretty good. On that occasion, just shallow, but Metro are going to come up with it again through Christy Moore. Kiriakou tries to get it out wide. Quigley looking to feints the shot, but in the end it's come out broken for Regon, who's got a bit of space. She's bringing the cross, and it's not a bad one, but it's going to fall City's way, and Chelsea Dorber has the chance now to find Di Bartolo, who again gets herself a pocket of space, something she just does so well. Di Bartolo controls the ball, still on the ball, and that ball was just going to be a little bit too much for Campagnoli to run onto, and it's going to end up with Baltrop again.
Doing the work all over the park for Adelaide City is Danielle Di Bartolo.
Yeah,
A little
She has, actually,
pirouette there in defence.
Playing really well.
Had Nicole Calder's head spinning there. Baltrop eating up the time.
Well, time is Metro's friend while the score is as it is.
Ness Reid trying to get control of the ball in the park. Lets Rochelle Kuhar do the work. Plays Christy Moore out wide. Moore takes some touches. She's going forward. Moore loses the ball there. Campagnoli does very well to dispossess. Here's Sasaki. Sasaki once again loses the ball. But it kind of falls in her favour to Powell. And Metro players waiting for the flag to go up. In the end it does. Danielle Di Bartolo caught offside there. So says the referee's assistant. Metro will get the chance to restart play through Ebony Kiriakou. 30 minutes gone here at TK Shutter Reserve, the first of a doubleheader match. It's Metro United 1, Adelaide City 1. Here's Jenner. Nice distribution there to looking for Di Bartolo. Calder cuts it out. Dorber tries to win the ball there. Grace Abbey gets a touch. Here's Dorber, big swing. Not the greatest connection. Stella Rigon with another excellent touch there. Manages to control the ball so well. Panagaris comes through. I have to say, in the balance of play, Metro seem to be getting it better in this match at the moment. But as we've seen a couple of times already in this match, it can just turn on a dime. Reid, ball forward, cleared well. Bianca Gray with Rigon for company. Paul said that duel was going to be an exciting one to watch as the afternoon progresses. Kuhar's going to try and get the ball from Powell, but can't. Powell looking forward for Sasaki. It's scooped up there by Kiriakou, plays it back to Baltrop. Metro happy to let Adelaide City run around after the ball. Here's Reid. Moore having to keep the ball from Campagnoli. Started well, Campagnoli, for Adelaide City. Quigley, can she get a decent touch? She can, but it's taken away by Macaulay. Adelaide City now looking forward. Here's Powell. Cut out by Kiriakou. No one's having a really great spell of possession. Adelaide City with it once again. Here's Dorber. Plays it out to Holmes. Holmes with a gentle little touch. Di Bartolo has no one for company. She's going to be able to have the time to cross it in. Does so straight away. Tries to get it into the middle of the park. And it's a shot by Holmes again. Stopped by Kiriakou. Campagnoli plays it out wide to Di Bartolo. Adelaide City building up now. Here's Danielle Di Bartolo with Calder. Takes it on. Calder does very well there and wins the tackle, but it is going to be a corner to Adelaide City. Great minute of play there by Adelaide City, showing the positive signs that they need to get a goal back in this match.
Yeah, they certainly are. And now they get a chance to deliver another corner. And once again, I think both Holmes and Campagnoli are heading over to decide which one of them's going to bring it in. And this looks like, if we look at the corner flag, we're undercover here at TK Shutter, but looks like it's a little bit of wind blowing over there. Ball comes in, but it's all red shirts where it's landed. And Regon's going to be able to just smash it away. It's pretty well done in the end. And Panagaris has done really well here. She's got control of the ball, but then she couldn't keep going. And coming through to get it, Zafaridis, but that's going to be offside against Panagaris. Zafaridis' touch, which went forward, had her the wrong side of the Adelaide City defence, and they'll be able to relieve the pressure. But Panagaris is dangerous. 27 goals in 20 league matches, an unbelievable record this season. And in fact, at one point, she had a run of 18 goals in 8 games.
Wow.
It's just an extraordinary statistic. And stats are brought to you by Chemist King, Hectorville, 84 Glenburn Road, Hectorville. Go see Michael Orcello for a range of pharmaceutical products. Ball now with Kelly Baltrop again. We're getting into the closing stages of the first half, which has been a very intriguing one indeed. Full of twists and turns. A lot of nerves out there, but still some quality play. Now City trying to bring the ball forward, but there's a lot of meandering in midfield at the moment. But well done, Powell, to get it under control. Tried to put Di Bartolo through, but Calder was having none of that. Now it's back in the middle. Well done, Reid, but possibly just sold her colleague Moore a bit short. Now ball comes in, but well cut out there by Scalzi. Dorber looked like she might line up a shot. Di Bartolo, but she's well tracked this time. Has done well. She's got the ball back out on the right wing, and finally dispossessed, but it's come back to Campagnale. Metro defence is holding up well at the moment. City with the attack. Powell brings it inboard for Sasaki. Sasaki to Dorber. Oh, and Dorber just tried to play it out left where she had Campagnale, but she overhit it, and that's taken the pressure off Metro. But not a bad little spell from City, but I thought on that occasion Metro's vaunted defence held up pretty well.
Did indeed.
Baltrop now with the goal kick. Long-time player at Metro. She's been the number 1 keeper for some time at this club, who are trying to get back both their premiership and their championship. They won both in 2016. Last season, even though they beat City in the last round, to cost City the title, it went to West Adelaide, the premiership, and then City knocked them out in the preliminary final. Now, Quigley. She's got no support, but you know how good she is on the ball, and she tries to slip it through for the on-rushing Panagaris. Didn't work out. Back with Regon. Scalzi. She's under pressure, and it's been coughed up, and now Di Bartolo's through. Di Bartolo, can she get there first with Kiriakou? Tries to bring it inside her. Is she going to get a shot in? Still battling Kiriakou. She's done well enough, Kiriakou, to get her teammates to come and support. That was a threatening moment, but the Metro United defender handled it very well in the end. Powell now. Dorber, who's playing very well. Back to Powell, buzzing along the forward line, switching from left to right. Good ball in, but in the end it's been dealt with by Calder, but not enough to clear the danger. And in the end, Zafaridis just had to scoop it away, but Di Bartolo looked like she might have been through there. And fantastic reaction by Kiriakou to make sure that she could hold her up for long enough to make sure that there was going to be no more threat on the goal. And Campagnale now with the throw. Sorry, it's gone to Campagnale now. And Di Bartolo is waiting in the middle to see if she can get the ball, but good defence this time, but Reid's given away the free kick. Just look at the replay there, and was well won in the end by Campagnale, which forced Reid to give it away.
Mentioned the...
Sorry, the free's gone the other way. It's gone to Metro, and Kiriakou's come over to take it.
Mentioned the fixtures that these two teams played against each other last season. The final one, Adelaide City getting the better of Metro with 2 goals from Alex Chidiac. They don't have her today.
No, they don't. It's actually a pretty rough decision looking at that replay.
Yeah, I thought it went against Reid.
Yeah, but no, in the end it's gone the Reds' way. There's a player down at the moment. Just
looks like it's Georgia Campagnale to me.
Yes, yep. Yeah. Looks okay. You know, Georgia will dust it off pretty quickly.
Yeah, she's not a Neymar
Tough.
Junior, is she?
No, she's not.
No.
Tough competitor. Tough competitor indeed.
Christy Moore's got the ball. Just in Metro's defensive half with about 7 minutes left to play here in the first half at TK Shutter Reserve. Referee having a word with his assistant there on the sideline, just in front of Adelaide City's bench.
I wonder if there's been some chat from the sideline.
Yeah. We chat with the Adelaide City official there. That's the, looks like it is the coach of Adelaide City. Michael Hatzipanagiotis.
Oh, he might have been arguing that free kick that we were just talking about.
He's got a point, I think.
Can understand arguing that one, but pretty sure the ref's not going to change their mind, as we always say.
Game can restart any second now. Like we say, this is all helpful for Metro. Any time off the clock is good for them. Adelaide City win the throw-in. It's given straight back to them after a throw-in by Christy Moore there. Can they inspire something in the last 5 or so minutes of this half? Nicholas to restart play for City. Sasaki tries to win the ball. Moore dispossessed by Powell. Top scorer for Adelaide City. Finds Campagnoli in the middle of the park. She's dusted herself off well indeed. Reed there. Plays it back to Kiriakou. Adelaide City putting pressure on. Calder's got the ball. Di Bartolo for company. Has to play back to Baltrop. And a looping ball over the top looking for Nicole Calder. Will go over her head. And Adelaide City now.
Got a bit of a bobble there, Baltrop. Of course, these guys are normally playing on synthetic pitches. They're going to have to cop the bobbles today.
Here's Di Bartolo with the ball. Plays it short to Powell. Powell over the top looking for Sasaki. Can't find her. Cut out well by Metro. And Ragon will try and catch a break, but can't. The ball goes out. Looking like they're having a moderately hard time judging the ball, the way it's rolling off this pitch. Dorber tries to play forward, probably looking for Di Bartolo, but she wasn't there.
Great pick-up, Chelsea Dorber. She was with United during the off-season, the WNPL off-season. Certainly it's the W League on-season. 9 appearances, mostly as a substitute. It's been called up to Australia under-17 squad. Looking forward to seeing a lot more from her over the next few years. Certainly right up to this level already.
Absolutely enormous promise from Chelsea Dorber. Baltrop into the wind.
It's holding up a bit.
It is. Stella Ragon can't control it on the chest as well as you like. Dylan Holmes is going to hand the ball over to Bianca Gray, former Sturt Marion winner of the league, probably about 12 years ago. In the defence now with Macaulay. Plays it forward rather than out wide and has been punished for it. Dispossessed there by Moore. Looking for Panagaris. Out wide with Adelaide City now. Here's Moore, wins the ball back again. Plays it to Kuhar. Here's Zafaridis. City now with another chance to break. Here's Powell, holds the play up. Looks for an option. Nicholas to Sasaki. Cut out, but it falls favourably for Georgia Campagnoli. Holds up play, but again the ball cut out. An errant pass. Dispossessed by Reed, who's surging forward now. Here's Zafaridis. Can she win it? She can. She probably won't beat Grace Abbey there, though. She puts it out for a throw-in to Metro United in a dangerous area.
Certainly is. Support women's football in South Australia with Claymore Wines. Claymore Wines are donating $1 from every bottle sold at participating outlets to a women's football fund. You can find full details on the FFSA website. Now the ball's on the right-hand side with Zafaridis. Hemmed into the corner. She's got plenty of City players for company. And in the end, it's going to be a goal kick. To the away side, who started with an incredible strike by Dylan Holmes to set them on their way 1-0 in 44 seconds. But Metro got the equaliser they needed after 14 minutes on the 14th minute through Rachel Quigley. and it's Metro who have one hand on the premiership while the score is as it is now at 1-1. Chelsea Dorber tries to put through Di Bartolo, but Scalzi deals with that. Baltrop now. Is it going to come back to Dorber? No, Calder has got no option but to put it over for a throw-in.
No nonsense, Nicole Calder.
No, she's a very, very tough defender. Played some college soccer in the US. Was called up to United squad last season. I don't think she ended up getting on the park. Scalzi brings the ball forward, and great work there by Panagaris. She's got Holmes for company and Abby, but she's done well to hold it up and get it to Regon. But she's offside, and City will be able to relieve the pressure now. We're getting very, very close to the end of what's been a really, really intriguing first half. It's just been a game filled with pressure from both teams, some very tense moments, both trying to unlock each other, and two really early goals, which we probably weren't expecting, but you never know when these two meet each other. The old firm, Metro and Adelaide City. Now Adelaide City are going to have a throw on the right-hand side through Bianca Gray. Her battle with Regon's been absolutely terrific. All these players know each other so well. So many meetings, as we mention, every year, because they are the powerhouses of this competition. Calder, she's won a fair few headers in this match. Scalzi tries to get it away, but Powell, who's mostly done a pretty good job controlling the ball today, gets the ball. Dorber now plays to Di Bartolo, but Scalzi gets it back to Reed. And Quigley just brings it under control. Metro now are able to rebuild. They don't have to rush. I think they'll probably be happy to take 1-1 into half-time, but Kiriakou is going to launch one just over Regon's head, but it's going to be a throw for Metro to be taken by Calder. And she doesn't have a huge amount of options, so she goes the 1-2. In the end, Panagaris just decides to go all the way back to Baltrop. She hasn't been given any time. That's the sort of pressure that there's been. Very, very few opportunities to just hold the ball. But Quigley's done really well to put the overlapping more through, and she's found Zafaridis. It's just run on a little bit too far. And in the end, Abby dealt with it well. And she's dealt with everything that's come her way pretty well so far today, as you'd expect. Metro now with the throw. It's going to be left for Christy Moore. Perhaps she might boom one in a little bit deeper into the penalty box. But no, she goes short in the end so that she can get the 1-2 and put in the cross for Panagaris! Great save in the end. It needed to be. That's the moment that Metro were looking for. But in the end, it was really well saved by the City goalkeeper, Jenner, and cleared away. Great cross, and great header in the end. But well done, Kendall Jenner. City really can't afford to go behind, and it is half-time here. What a first half it's been, Andy. 1-1 is the score. Advantage Metro, but as we've seen in this half, one moment could change everything.
It's been like watching an M. Night Shyamalan film. You don't know when it's just going to turn entirely on its head, this match. I mean, no one expected a 44-second goal by Adelaide City. And Metro looked in total disarray. We can go to Cass. We'll go to her straight away because we know the players want to get down there. Cass on the sideline with Chrissy Panagaris.
Thanks, guys. Chrissy was a bit of a stunning start. Obviously, City got that early goal. Then you equalised.
Yeah, well, pretty much like I said, as soon as I went in, I was like, oh, it's same as last time. They scored within, the 5th minute? 2 goals in 5 minutes. I was like, no, we've got this. And again, that's what happened. It's 1-0. We've still got another 45. It's 0-0 again, so I think we've got this. And we're all over them. No matter, they scored that goal and we turned it around straight away to flick the switch, and yeah, we're all over them the whole half. So it was good. And none of the girls, you can tell none of the girls are negative about it or down. Different vibe up there. It's good.
And what can you do second half? Just keep that momentum going.
Keep the momentum for sure. We just got to start attacking now. Got to get myself, Quig, Stella especially involved, because once we get that left side going, we're dangerous. So yeah,
For sure. Good luck, Chrissy. All the best.
Thank you, Cass, who had a very confident Chrissy Panagaris. I'll tell you what, if you're watching and you don't know Chrissy Panagaris, she's a big personality. And you just saw that there, her assessment of the half were that they were all over Adelaide. I'm not sure that we saw it that way, Andy, but fantastic from her. And
if you're going to say that Metro were the better side that half, which is probably a fair assessment, you can't say that they were all over them. It was a pretty even contest.
Cass, our boundary rider, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, 310 Cormac Road, Wingfield, Adelaide Wrecking Yard, stocking second-hand and rebuilt parts. Phone 8260-3088. I don't think we've been able to get anybody else, but that was a terrific halftime interview with Panagaris.
Full of
plenty of confidence, from her. She will be the top goal scorer this year. There's no doubt about that. The Top Goal Scorer of the Year award is brought to you by OAS Group. OAS Group provides a range of construction, building, design and renovation. Ryan Marveggio, Anthony Di Bartolomeo and Diego Barbaro are the professionals to help you build your dream home. So give Ryan a call on 0401 447 199. We're going to go to a break now and stay with this coverage. We'll be back very, very shortly. It's only a short half-time break before the second half of WNPL Round 21, Metro versus Adelaide City.
Thanks for coming out to replace my battery.
No worries. It's all part of our service.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get that fixed too.
You need an RAA-approved repairer. Only the best repairers meet our high standards, so when you see an RAA-approved repairer sign, you can trust they come highly recommended.
You don't say.
Yes, I do.
You get more. Call us or go to raa.com.au.
And we're back at the TK Shutter Reserve here in Clemzig for this round 21 premiership decider between Metro Stars and Adelaide City. As we mentioned, Metro went into the game with a 1-point advantage over City, so they needed only a draw to become premiers for this season. City needs to win, and they were winning for about 13 odd minutes after Dylan Holmes put them in front with an absolutely stunning strike. But in the 14th minute, Rachel Quigley with a header from a Stella Regon corner, made it 1-1, and that's the score at the moment, so it is advantage Metro. And Andy, it's been a very intriguing first half, full of pressure, uncharacteristic mistakes because of that pressure, and a few moments in which both teams had, little opportunities to put themselves back in front.
It's kind of been like a tug of war, hasn't it, Paul, where one team will kind of wrestle and have the advantage for a spell of a few minutes, and then it'll go back the other way. And we kind of seen Adelaide City starting off stronger than we kind of thought they might start strong, but stronger than we could have imagined. And Metro looked in total disarray for at least 5 or so minutes, then started to win things back, getting themselves a few opportunities. And after the Rachel Quigley goal, it's probably fair to say that Metro have been the better side this half, but there's not been much in it. No, certainly not. Cass, who do you think have been some of the most important players on the park so far?
Definitely DiBartolo for Adelaide City. Then you got Rigon on the wing there. She's got some fantastic control, the best I've seen on the park today. Nicole Calder there, Grace Abbey as well for Adelaide City. So they've got, decent amount for each side. Yeah, no, it's no passengers out there for either side, as we've mentioned on many occasions, both such star-studded teams. They are, of course, going to meet again in 2 weeks' time, because first plays second in the first week of the finals, and that will then advance the winner to the grand final. But there's a trophy on offer today, and it's the Premiership, which was won by West Adelaide last season, so it's going to change hands no matter what happens. The 2018 celebration of football will be held on Saturday, October 6 at the Adelaide Convention Centre. More details to be released soon. Stay tuned to the FFSA website and social media pages. Big crowd here at TK Shutter Reserve. Obviously, this is the first of 2 matches this afternoon. You can see the Premier Stephen Marshall is out there having a chat with the fans. Not sure how well he'd be received. They don't usually like politicians. They normally get a boo at football matches, don't they? Well, to be fair to the Premier, he is a regular attendee at local football, particularly here in the eastern suburbs, because his electorate almost comes up this far. In fact, it might even come up quite this far. It'd be close to the boundary. Yeah, close. But he's often here. He's often also at matches featuring Blue Eagles and Adelaide City and Campbelltown. So, look, it's always good to see elected representatives here, and he's made himself a part of a very, very big day in football today. Of course, at 3 o'clock, every single match in the NPL, State League 1 and State League 2 will kick off with a huge amount of things to decide. One premiership will be decided today, I think, in State League 2. There's finals positions to decide, and there are relegation matters to decide as well. But right here, we are deciding the premiership of the WNPL, the very last match of the season. All the rest in this round have already been played. And Metro United and Adelaide City are locked at 1-1 as some of the Metro players are starting to come back onto the field. They are, and there you can see the Premier in your pictures. They are holding the advantage here at the moment, but as we know, absolutely anything can happen. I wonder if they were all feeling as pumped up as Chrissy Panagaris was as they headed into the rooms and as they walk out. If they're all feeling like that, if they're all feeling that pumped, it might be tough for Adelaide City to kind of arm wrestle the advantage from them. Well, I'll tell you what, Chrissy Panagaris is the sort of teammate you'd love to have. 100%. Someone that positive and someone that's got that much self-belief in herself and in the team. Yeah, and that's a player you want on your team. It's a player you want to be, and it's a player that you want as a teammate. Certainly is. We're just waiting on Adelaide City now. Metro have almost assumed their positions. Yeah, no, City haven't even emerged from their rooms, and we'll just wait and see. It was only supposed to be a 10-minute break today, so be interested to see if they're just used to getting out a little bit later, or if they know that they're supposed to be coming out and just deciding they might let the Metro players wait for a little while. Daniel Bryant, the referee, now on the park. Support women's football in South Australia. Claymore Wines are donating $1 from every bottle sold at participating outlets
to the Women's Football Fund. Full details are on the FFSA website. Support Claymore Wines so that they can support women's football. Adelaide City are now back on the park, and we look forward to the second half, which will decide the premiership for 2018. Don't think we can see any changes. Just at a very quick glance, I can't see any players or any numbers that I didn't see in the first half.
Looks like 4 substitutes jogging back to the Adelaide City bench, certainly, and same for Metro.
City players are in a huddle. They're in no hurry for the restart, even though the Metro players have actually all taken up their positions. But they look a little bit more relaxed, the Metro players, just trying to read their body language at the moment. City know they've got to come out and score in this half. They can't win the premiership if they don't score. And so they're just geeing each other up. It's going to be Metro with the kickoff. It's Chrissy Panagaris standing over the ball.
2 giants of women's football here.
The old firm.
And 45 minutes to decide who's going to be Premier, Paul.
Certainly.
Very exciting.
Just waiting for the referee's whistle so that Panagaris can get the second half underway. Metro 1, City 1 in round 21 of the WNPL here in South Australia. Kiriakou. Moore. Ball runs a bit away from her, and in the end, that meant that the Balder Zafaridis put her under a bit of pressure. So City get an early chance to relieve any pressure on them and to try to get some sort of attack. Sasaki wants the ball from Macaulay, but in the end it goes to Campagnoli. Long ball trying to find Di Bartolo. Scalzi deals with it, but good pressure from Di Bartolo. She's forced the goal kick, and terrific play there against her former teammate, of course. In 2016, Scalzi was with City, played her last season for them then before making the switch to their big rivals. There's a couple of players here that have got, of course, a foot in either camp, and certainly some players have been teammates in representative squads. Some have been teammates at other clubs even. For example, Fulham, which has got a few players elsewhere these days. Now, Christy Moore has the ball under control well, but well done Sasaki. She's won it off her. Looks for the overlap for Macaulay. No, went for the big back heel in the end, and in the end has lost possession. Here's Panagaris under pressure. This is great pressure from City. They're really hassling the Metro ball carrier, Dorber. Just buys a bit of time. Now, Macaulay plays it to Abby. Abby tries to go out into the right-hand side. More centrally. It's fallen for Sasaki. And Powell tries to get it out right. Not enough on it, but Metro are getting hassled out of it by Gray, who's just moved forward from a normal defensive position and has done well enough to force a throw for Adelaide City.
Be one of the fastest players in the WNPL, Bianca Gray. Incredibly dangerous as a fullback who can overlap and attack. Here's Adelaide City in the middle of the park with Holmes, switches to Sasaki. Sasaki looking a bit more sprightly than she was in the first half already. Only a couple of minutes into the second half. Calder wins the ball for Metro, pushes it forward. Panagaris is going hunting for it, but controlled well there by Bianca Gray. Manages to win herself a throw-in. Gray. Searching for Powell. Powell with a little touch over the top. Great ball there. Finds Dorber. Di Bartolo's in the middle of the park. It's cleaned up by Baltrop, who was forced to kind of run right into Danielle Di Bartolo. Spilled the ball, but no one else was there for Adelaide City to cause any kind of danger. And Baltrop will restart play. Kelly Baltrop, big kick up the park. Looking for Panagaris. Can't find her. Cut out there in the Adelaide City defence. Here's Holmes to Dorber. Dorber keeps control of the ball and manages to win it off of Quigley. Plays a touch forward to Di Bartolo. Di Bartolo looking for Powell over the top. Powers manages to get himself in front of the ball. It's Powell with a soft touch. Big save, but it's gone in. Tian Powell for Adelaide City. An advantage City. Tian Powell with the ball that just went forward there. Sasaki with a touch over the top. Powell manages to maybe catch the Metro defenders napping and a little chip. Too much for Kelly Baltrop off her line, top corner. And in a game where Adelaide City must win to get the premiership, very early in the half, just as it happened in the first half, Adelaide City take the lead. Adelaide City 2, Metro 1.
17th goal of the season for Tian Powell. She she's given her team the advantage again. And, Metro must be wondering why they've conceded early in both halves. And they're going to have to do it all again. You know they can. And here's Regon trying to make it a very, very short period of time in which they're deficit. That's a good, no, it's gone out for a goal kick. My eyes deceived me there as that wasn't swung in. And the goal kick will be taken by Jenner. And now it's City that are in no need to rush. Well, you expected twists and turns. We got them. And Adelaide City has twice taken the lead, which really means that the premiership has changed hands 3 times today. It started with Metro, went to City, went back to Metro, and now it's with City again. And they're now going to try to get themselves forward. But Christy Moore's going to bring that ball under control. Zafaridis, she's hasn't taken a good touch, kept it in. Under pressure from Nicholas. Zafaridis has done well. But really good tackle in the end, but to force the corner. Nicholas has done well there, but this is the side that allows Regon to deliver her in-swingers. We're going to have a rerun completely of the first half where City score in the first couple of minutes and Metro reply from a Regon-delivered corner. Well, the usual suspects are in the box for Metro. Zafaridis has just gone in there. Quigley is exactly where she was standing in relation to the goal for the first goal. Here it comes, and in the end, it was disappointing.
Hey, Cass, you were out there at halftime. How much is the wind playing a factor out there? We don't get as great sense up here, but you could see from the corner flags, and a couple of times that corner from that side has just trickled out.
It was actually quite windy out there, so those 2 corners from that side didn't go too well, so you can't really blame the players on that one.
Just as we mentioned that, Abby also puts her goal kick straight out of play, but City have won it back, but no, Moore's won it back again. Kiriakou, Moore. Zafaridis. That's another good battle there today between her and Nicholas, but she's got it at the moment, the Metro winger. Zafaridis has got 2 players for company, and in the end, it's been ruled that she put it out. I think it was a very tight call, and City are going to have the throw in the left-back position through Nicholas. They can take their time now, but there is a long time to go, so probably not late enough in the game at all to be playing for time. But they certainly don't have to force the issue. I guess that's the important part from their point of view while they're in front. Christy Moore, Reid to Kuhar. It's dropped a little bit deeper, it seems. Calder. She's going to try to get a ball in. She does, but it's too close to Jenner, and City will have possession again.
2-1 to Adelaide City. Good afternoon, wherever you might be watching us on the FFSA's Facebook and YouTube page. Comments from people watching in Queensland. Shout out. Ball goes to Kendall Jenner again. Adelaide City keeper. Plays it along the ground to Macaulay. Here's Campagnoli. Did really well in the first half, I thought, Georgia Campagnoli. To Grace Abbey. To Adelaide United players. Searching ball for Gray, cut out by Regon. Adelaide City now. Content with knocking the ball around and soaking up the pressure. Time now their friend.
Yep.
Macaulay forward, looking for Powell, controls it. Powell, the goal scorer, to Holmes. Holmes plays it over the top, and it might have caught Metro out again. Moore had to sweep across. Plays the ball back to Baltrop. Baltrop over the top to Reid. Errant little touch there, looking for Rachel Quigley, but can't find it. Grace Abbey plays it forward to Di Bartolo. Here's Dorber. Chelsea Dorber, little touch on to Sasaki. Here's Sasaki holding up play. Back to Dorber. Tries to play the ball in, but it kind of chips off her foot. It's cleared well by Isabella Scalzi. Macaulay scoops up the ball for City again. Vanessa Reid with the clearance. Holmes wins the battle in the middle of the park. Play the whistle. And there is the whistle. Free kick to Metro. TK Shutter reserve.
Bit of cloud cover all of a sudden.
And the first substitution of the game. Rochelle Kuhar, seen her kind of drop, the more defensive-minded of all Metro's kind of middle-of-the-park centre midfield players. And it's a very, very attack-minded substitution there by Marie Spagnoletti. Donna Cocaine, she knows how to find the net, Cass.
Well, Cocaine's also gone straight to the right-hand side, and Zafaridis has gone into the middle.
Well, Metro laying down the gauntlet. They intend to open up and play a much more attacking game. Defensive player off, attacking player on. What difference will it make? Vanessa Reid in the middle of the park holds up the ball. Free kick to Metro. Plays that wing straight away. Moore plays it forward, chip over the top, looking for Quigley. Quigley manages to win the ball off of Campagnoli and Bianca Gray. Safety is the best option for her. Goes out. It's going to be an attacking throw into Metro.
What do you think from here, Cass? There's still all to play for. Metro will probably do the bulk of the attacking.
Yeah, definitely.
They're now trying to get the ball in through Calder. It's good defending by City. It's going to end up with Zafaridis, who, as we mentioned, has just come a bit more central to allow Cocaine. Here's Moore. Now they're queuing up here. Quigley. Can Quigley get through? Good tackle in the end. And, that's gone out in the end for a goal kick. I think that was an intended shot, and it's taken a deflection, in fact. So corner to Metro in the 56th minute, and Cocaine's gone over there to take it.
It's like the wind's died entirely.
Yeah, let's see the flag there next to Cocaine, and it's died down a bit, but she's going to take it. It'll be an outswinger. And once again, completely misjudged, and it's going to end up going for a goal kick. So just a couple of things not breaking the way Metro want in this second half, and they know that they've got it all to do to regain the advantage in the race for the premiership. I mean, they haven't led today, but as we've mentioned several times, as long as the scores are level, that's good for them. Abby now, her kick has gone all the way through to Di Bartolo, who's managed to hold on to it and still got the ball. Can she slip Powell through? Now Powell, but Moore will get there first. And is she going to try and shepherd it out? All that experience. But in the end, well done by Powell. Moore thinks she should get a free kick. She's not happy at all. But Powell has forced the corner. And it didn't go the way that the veteran wanted to at all. And it might be Dylan Holmes to come up and take it. City got a couple of really good dead ball players with her and Campagnoli. And Nicholas is coming up as well. Don't think she would take it, but she might be there to provide the short option.
Campagnoli looks like she's marshalling in the middle of the park there.
Yeah. Not a huge... They haven't thrown everything forward, City. But they're heavily outnumbered in the box. And it shows. The header comes away, but they can get the ball back in. Tried to clear by Scalzi, but it's fallen for Di Bartolo. Ooh. Great late tackle by Scalzi to block the ball. But that nearly played into City's hands. The clearance didn't go the way they wanted it to. And even though there was no pressure in the box, with Metro having all those extra numbers to defend the corner. Now, Baltrop. Where's she going to go? Just looking at the replay. No, I've just gone back to the picture with Baltrop taking the goal kick. Sasaki wins it. Powell tries to win it, but Scalzi got there just before her. Sasaki. Well done, Scalzi. Cocaine. Did she make an impact as the substitute? Moore. Down the wing looking for Panagaris. But hooked away there by Macaulay. She's put it out. And Moore will come up and try to take over again.
Sasaki having a much better second half, causing some real problems for Metro's defenders and attackers as well, as we see her inserting herself into the game there. Here's Christy Moore. Ball forward looking for Quigley. Quigley appears to be the option, the target for many of Metro's attacks. She looks like she's playing a much more attacking role as well now, Rachel Quigley.
Yeah, no, she's certainly trying to get closer to the number 9 spot than she was before. And you know that she's got the best first touch going around, and any long ball that goes her way, she can bring it under control.
Well, for
really
a player
quickly
in the middle of the park to be on 15 goals now for the season is pretty extraordinary. Grace Abbey to restart play for City. Just about half an hour left in the WNPL regular season for 2018. Panagaris manages to get the ball. She's got Cocaine wide, lets the ball trickle through to her. Macaulay does very well. Macaulay's been great today. Christy Moore scoops the ball up. Sasaki for company. Nicholas versus Cocaine. Cocaine rolls the ball, the foot over the ball. Plays it to the touchline. Wins a corner for Metro. Stella Ragon looks like she's coming across. But again, it's that cursed corner.
Yeah, it's caused a few problems. Either it's caused problems or players just haven't dealt with knocking it in from that spot. It's Christy Moore this time.
Yeah, Ragon started trotting over, but gets told to stay in the middle. Goes short corner. Metro playing to the conditions. Here's Moore. Cut out very well there by the Adelaide City defender. And now, can they get a counter on? No, they can't. Kiriakou manages to expertly usher the ball to her fellow centre-half and Isabella Scalzi. But now they've got a break. Here comes Di Bartolo. Di Bartolo, can Scalzi chase? Here's Danielle. Di Bartolo tries to play Chelsea Dorber in. It wasn't the right option. They have won a corner, but the ball was cut out there by Nicole Calder kind of easily. Well, she needed just to take an extra touch, I think, and maybe go herself. Tried to play Chelsea Dorber in. And that could have been a black and white ribbon on the Premiership Cup.
Just about. Nicholas has come up.
And again, in no rush.
Not rushing, doesn't have to.
It's a throw in to Sasaki. Plays it back. Control well by Nicholas.
Gone out.
Well, the referee's official says the control wasn't that good. City letting Metro chase the ball back for the corner. Sorry, throw in. It'll be more. To Cocaine. Sasaki does well. Holds the ball up now. Here's Sasaki, Adelaide City with another attack. Di Bartolo's going to get it. She turns. Oh, great tackle. Does it fall for Dorber? It can't. Reed cuts it out there. What a turn by Di Bartolo. That was very close again. And as we tick over the half an hour mark, it's all Adelaide City at the moment. They've got a 2-1 lead and a 2-point advantage on the table as it stands.
Flick for Di Bartolo, but this time Kiriakou's going to get there first and make sure that there's no more harm than a goal kick. Metro really need to take back the initiative here. This game's being dictated by City at the moment. It's certainly on their terms. Just a reminder, the 2018 celebration of football will be held on Saturday, October 6 at the Adelaide Convention Centre. More details to be released soon. Stay tuned to the FFSA website and social media players. And stay tuned also to Cocaine, who is trying to find Christy Moore, but in the end decided that she wouldn't be able to get the ball through. Here's Kiriakou. Now it's in the middle for Zafaridis, but she had nowhere to go. Door shut really, really well by Holmes. Abbey plays it out wide where Powell's found a bit of space. Good touch for Dorber. Dorber trying to put, but very offside conscious there, and in the end the ball's just harmlessly gone away for a goal kick. Baltrop to reset again. Metro just haven't really enjoyed enough possession in attack in these last few minutes. But as we saw with their goal from the corner, doesn't take much. You don't want to give them too many of those opportunities, even though they haven't taken the last few that have been on offer.
Now that Rachel Quigley goal in the first half, probably against a run of play.
Yeah. Calder with the throw. But City are winning the balls in tight at the moment. They are probably the better side in this match, for whatever that counts for. Right now, it's given them a 2-1 advantage. It's not enough just yet. It's enough at full time. Now, they've got the ball in defence. Once again, the ball through from Cocaine wasn't where Christy Moore needed it to be. And in the end, she's lost out here to Di Bartolo, who's playing a really, really good game. Nicholas, Holmes, Nicholas, Sasaki, triangles here from City. Nicholas now trying to get the ball up the wing, but Moore's cut it out. She gets it back. Cocaine, Moore, trying to impose herself. Holmes puts it out in the end. Really tight. City's defensive work has been very, very good, particularly in this second half, which is nearly 20 minutes old. Here's Moore again. Gets it back from Panagaris. Cocaine, Panagaris. Now it's triangles from Metro. Can Cocaine get a ball in? Really quick to meet her there was Macaulay. But they've worked it up the line. And I think Christy Moore's going to come over to take it. She is. Moore now. Has been involved a fair bit in this last few minutes. The ball's been on her side of the ground for most of that time. Panagaris hemmed in the corner. Couldn't quite win a corner, but still battling away. And in the end, she has lost that battle to Nicholas. It's going to be a goal kick. Just a really tense affair, but a high-quality one. It's the pressure that's out there that's really stopping this game from opening up completely. Has been a couple of moments where that pressure has been breached. And that's why City leads 2-1. Here's Sasaki. I was just about to say she's grown into the game, but she gave away the ball there. Reed. And Quigley trying to get the ball under control, which had gone behind her. But they've lost out now, and here's Holmes. She's played a terrific ball, I think, but it's probably just gone a little bit too far for Di Bartolo. And Metro are going to have possession again.
Leaving a bit of space at the back while they're attacking Metro. Adelaide City had a few opportunities at a counter-attack this half. You don't want to give them too many of them. I think we're seeing another substitution. It looks like Kelsey Zafaridis is coming off for Metro.
I think they've brought on Tadino. Just trying to get eyes on that. No, it's Laura Stockdale. Laura Stockdale's come on.
Stockdale on for Kelsey Zafaridis. Adelaide City yet to make a substitute in this match. And Stockdale besieging her players to fire up. Quigley takes up the call, keeps control of the ball, looking for an option out wide. Had Calder, uses Cocaine. Cocaine with the ball. And an errant kind of cross into the box there. Gives no trouble for Adelaide City defence. 2-1 to City. 2-point advantage on the league table as it stands. And just over 20 minutes to go in this match. Abby restarts. Powell gets up but can't get there. Di Bartolo in the end on the head. It's amazing for someone of Daniel Di Bartolo's size how much header she wins from clearances. Of course, especially good with the ball at her feet as she's displaying now. Powell looks to put a little touch forward. Di Bartolo finds herself again. Here's Di Bartolo. Di Bartolo loses out to Scalzi. Ball cut out there by Sasaki. Goes to Panagaris. Panagaris plays Stockdale in with a little touch. And an overlapping ball
Offside.
there by... Oh, it was.
Yep, flags up.
Yeah, offside it was. And that's Christy Moore that's made a pretty outrageous run.
Oh, she's swapped around. She'd been on the right-hand side, and looks like she's gone to the left.
Yeah, it has.
Calder has come to right back. Just changing it up, Metro, trying to find different ways through.
Tinkering with the formation until they find the right one. They're going to have to find it fast. Here's Grace Abbey to restart play for City. Abbey, cut out by Scalzi for Metro, does well. Stockdale, come into this game with a fire in her belly, Laura Stockdale.
Well, it's her first appearance in the senior team since May. She's been out injured. Came back and played in the reserves last weekend, and of course, she's got a huge amount of experience and a terrific player, Laura Stockdale, and they'll be glad to have her back out there, and I'm sure she's recovered enough to give them a good half hour.
Another set piece by Dylan Holmes. Puts the ball in. Powell gets up, but can't get there. And Metro now looking to counter. Here's Donna Cockayne. Plays it back to Nicole Calder. And forward to Reed. Reed holds it up. Stockdale in the middle. Tries to turn Sasaki, and she can. Plays it out to Moore. Metro surging forward now. Panagaris trying to get the ball. And it's cut out once again by Adelaide City. Bianca Gray searching the ball forward, looking for Tian Powell, finds her. Reed kicks the ball forward by Sasaki. No one's getting a grip on the game in the last few minutes. Here's Scalzi. Plays the ball forward to Moore, but it goes out. It's going to be a throw in to Adelaide City. 20 minutes left on the clock exactly. Bianca Gray. Steer gets a touch on the ball, goes forward. Another one over the top for Di Bartolo, but Scalzi deals with it well again, and Kiriakou to clear it. Plays a safe option, goes out for an Adelaide City throw-in. Taken quickly.
City now in attack. Can they put this to bed with a third? Now, Cross has, well, she just took too long to try to deliver it, and in the end, Christy Moore was able to make sure that a corner was the worst outcome for City, and it actually looks like Nicholas is running over there to take it, which suggests that she's going to swing it in and try to put the pressure on with Tian Powell in the middle, who's the only player who's really gone right up to the keeper. Most of the other City attackers are sort of sitting towards the end of the box. I'm sure they're going to run in now. Or slipped in the end. But it's still run through, and Calder's going to try to get it out in the end, and it was cleared for Metro in the end by Steer. And now they've got the ball out on the left-hand side. Moore is making an overlapping run, but the ball from Stockdale was too long. I think I missed who Steer came on for, missed that substitution altogether. But she is out there, and Adelaide City now have the ball in the middle, but well won by Quigley. And that's a really good ball for Christy Moore. Christy Moore, can she finish? Oh, it's gone through the keeper's legs. Oh, what a mistake. And Christy Moore has scored in the 72nd minute. And Jenna will be absolutely devastated to concede like that. And once again, Metro have just made something out of nothing. Christy Moore got the other side of the defence, and oh, what a terrible moment there for Jenna. Oh. What a terrible moment for her. It happens to all goalkeepers, but the ball broke so kindly for Moore.
Lovely run as well into the box.
And in the end, it's gone through, and once again, it's 2-2. My goodness.
What a game.
Wow. Adelaide City, well, they'll be shell-shocked after that. Absolutely shell-shocked, because they looked like they had things under control. But you know this Metro side, they've just got goals in them. Now, City have made a change. And I think it might be Goldfinch that's come on. We'll just see if we can pick it up there.
Lauren Steer did sneak onto the pipe, replacing Stella Rigon.
Yep, thank you.
Dylan Holmes, City with it all to do now. And as we said, against a run of play, and out of nowhere, Metro find the ball in the back of the net. God, you got a feel for Kendall Jenner, don't you?
Yeah, but it's we know we keep mentioning how much experience there is out here, and it is the really experienced players that have come to the fore for Metro, Quigley and Moore, with the 2 goals.
Here's Panagaris to Cockayne. Now can Metro play the game that they want to play? Here's Reed to Calder. Ball forward for Panagaris. A little bit too much, though. As Grace Abbey's going to deal with that. Plays it out for a throw-in.
Well, you have to credit the move in the end by Spagnoletti
Yeah.
with that getting more out onto the left-hand side. It's paid dividends.
Nicole Calder. Ball goes in looking for Panagaris. Cocaine. Cocaine plays it back out to Calder. Calder goes to the corner flag. There's 15 minutes left. Bold strategy with 15 minutes left to play, but look, she's won a corner.
You're seeing the Metro Stars players in the background who are warming up for the 3 o'clock kickoff. Short corner, no?
Yeah, I think it is.
Calder's just killing time here. She can't play this game for 15 minutes, and in the end, she's given away a goal kick. I'm not really sure that was the way to approach the situation that we're in right now. Because in the end, City have possession, and there's really only so long you can play that game, to be honest. And if it was the 92nd minute, I think it would be a bit different. But now...
15 minutes, yeah, it's a long time.
Abbey to clear.
Vanessa Reid scoops it up in the middle of the park. Reid searching ball forward, looking for Stockdale. City wins. Stockdale with the ball now. Steer overlapping. Does well to find her. Here's Lauren Steer. And it goes out for another corner for Metro. And everything seems to be going their way.
Quite extraordinary. You've had, just says so much about Christy Moore. She can play up forward. She started at right back. She's played a lot of the season in defence, and she's up at left wing now with Steer at left back.
Goldfinch coming on now for
Nicholas,
yeah. Steer standing over the corner. And Metro have a lot of players forward, even though they have the advantage now. City obviously not worried about old superstitions about making substitutions before corners. It's shallow in the end, but nearly broke. And Steer might have another chance to put the ball in. Calder's at the back, and Panagaris in the end was the one that met the ball.
The other Adelaide City player that came on before was Daphne McLeod.
Great to see her back.
I think
she hasn't played much this season. I think she's been away. Cass,
yes, she has.
She's
been overseas. Yep.
Is it Chelsea Dorber she's replaced? I think.
No, Dorber's still out there. She's on the right-hand side.
No, Sasaki. She's replaced.
Well picked up. Of course, there's 4 substitutions allowed in the WNPL, so particularly if they all come late in a flurry, you can start to get like a bit of roulette, and we try to keep up with all the changes that are being made. But this one sure did work. That was bringing more to the right-hand side, who equalised, made it 2-2 for Metro, and meant that now with just 13 minutes plus whatever stoppage time remains, it's Metro with the advantage. But City have taken the lead twice, and now they're being asked to do it a third time. They haven't had much attack in the last few minutes, and they're not going to change that just yet. The ball's with Stockdale. Moore, Stockdale. But that ball was just a bit weak for her. She's managed to hold on to it and try to get it forward for Panagaris, but City will relieve the pressure again. But here's Scalzi. Plays it back to, and that kick almost certainly did not go where Beltrop wanted. And there are bobbles out there, let's not forget that these players play on synthetic almost every week. But they will all tell you there's nothing like playing on the cut grass. But that does come with bobbles sometimes. Now, Beltrop manages to get to the ball first. And there was an onrushing player there in, I think it was Goldfinch in the end. Long from Beltrop. Now it's a one-on-one. Panagaris is so good in these situations. She's won control again, and she's got 2 players on her in the end, but it's still going to be her ball. And now Calder just she's already been into the time killing in the corner and just saunters up to take her throw. Trying to work the ball up the line, but all City can do is cough it up, and Nicole Calder, she's going to take her time again. Support women's football in South Australia. Claymore Wines donating $1 from every bottle sold at participating outlets to the Women's Football Fund. Full details on the FFSA website. Trying to wait for a move now. It goes in the Reed direction, but it's too far from her. And City will be able to sort of try to get themselves back into possession and back into attack.
Well, you have to
running out of time.
You have to go back 7 fixtures between these two sides before you find a draw. Well, it doesn't quite feel like a draw today, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem like the sort of game that will go without a winner. You just feel like somebody will get the winner, but Metro don't have to try for one. That's the difference between today and most weeks.
Moore cuts out the goal kick. Di Bartolo on the wing. She's done so much today for Adelaide City. And manages to win the throw-in again, and Christy Moore stays on the ground. And probably in no rush to get back up as well. Comes from the Nicole Calder school of time wasting. Gets up a bit gingerly.
No, they all know what they're doing, mate.
Yep.
Bianca Gray to restart play for Adelaide City with a big throw-in. Over the top looking for Di Bartolo, but can't find her. Steer with the clearance. Here's Abby to Gray. Gray versus Moore. Done a job pretty well today, Bianca Gray, has to be said, for Adelaide City. And now Metro with a break. And it goes out wide to Donna Cockayne. Cockayne tries to take a shot. Cut out very well there by McCauley. McCauley holds up play. Cockayne slides in. It's going to be a throw into Adelaide City. And an exciting 10 minutes remain, I get the feeling.
I don't think we've seen the last of the action in this game. That is for sure.
And players with one task, and that's to leave everything on the park now. There's one game left in the season. In fact, there's only 10 minutes left. Here's Goldfinch to Dorber. Holmes. Daphne McLeod tries to get control of the ball. Doesn't, but Stockdale can't either. Referee calls a free kick against Stockdale.
Of course, it's even easier for Metro to leave it all on the park. They don't have to play for 2 weeks. That's when the final series start. City have to back up again in 6 days. And, of course, FFSA will be live streaming the Cup final on Friday night between Adelaide City and West Adelaide. The real Adelaide derby in just 6 days from now.
Be another free kick given away there by Daphne McLeod on Rachel Quigley. I love how all the WNPL fixtures have names. The real Adelaide derby, and of course today the Old Firm.
The Old Firm. Of course, Metro and West play the Classic.
That's
It's
right.
always a classic when those two meet. But these are the Old Firm. 9 premierships, 9 titles, I should say, 9 championships out of 9 for one of these two sides in the last 9 seasons.
Ebony Kiriakou, little chip over the top. Kendall Jenner comfortably takes it there. It can be hard for a goalkeeper to get themselves back into the game after a mistake, the manner in which she made earlier, but she's done so well. Tiara Powell now is an Adelaide City counter-attack. Metro have the numbers in their defensive half, though. Here's Stockdale. Definite impact she's made since she's come on. More out wide. Tries to cut the ball back. Cut out there. Pretty well in the middle of the park by Dorber. Panagaris trying to run onto the ball. Cut out. Bianca Gray. Restarting with a throw-in. Over the top to Di Bartolo. Can't get there. Steer. Uses her height. Here's Grace Abbey. And it goes out for a throw into Metro. Abbey to take it. Sorry, that was Dylan Holmes before. Throw in or perhaps a free kick.
Oh, it's a free kick.
Abbey restarts play. Big searching ball forward. Looking for Goldfinch. Colded as well. Kiriakou. Cleared by Vanessa Reed. Here's Stockdale. Stockdale gets the better of Macaulay, forces Grace Abbey into action. Can City reset? Time trickling away, as is the premiership. Grace Abbey searching ball forward, cut out with Lauren Steer's head. Here's Powell. Powell, a goal scorer today. Can't get it past Scalzi. Great ball there by Stockdale, looking for Cocaine on the wing. Cocaine, can she keep it in? She can't. 2-2 here at TK Shutter Reserve, the first of a double-header.
So now it's played forward by Dorber. Great header there, won by Goldfinch. Di Bartolo and, her and Goldfinch just weren't on the same wavelength there. And now the ball's out with Christy Moore in the centre circle. She tries to find Panagaris. Panagaris is on the move. She's one-on-one with Abby. Oh, she tried to shoot straight away. She really probably wasn't quite set to do so from there. And it's gone wide. And you just know that the next goal, you can just see it on the replay, is quite wide. But if the next goal goes to Metro, it really, really is game over. Replay brought to you by LSA Live Streaming Australia. If you're looking forward for live streaming in your sports event, corporate functions or business seminars, see the experts at LSA Live Streaming Australia. Give Andrew Sperling a call on 0418 847 125. Abby now with the goal kick. She can deliver it long. But it's probably not as long as she wanted, and Calder, who's won a lot of headers today, wins another one there. Now it's with Stockdale. Finds Moore on the left-hand side. What an impact she's made since she's gone over there. Moore now can hold it up. Back to Stockdale. They know each other's game pretty well. Don't you worry about that. Now it's gone out to Cocaine on the right. Can she get a good cross in? She might have forced another corner. Well, in the end, that was really, really well done by Macaulay to ensure that it was just a throw. Now, we've only got 4 and a bit minutes left, and whatever time is going to be added on by the referee, Metro are close. Can you see anything, Cass, happening from here?
I think it's going to stay level.
You reckon it's going to stay level? Well, that's what Nicole Calder's trying to do, but it's a throw-in now, and City trying to get on with it. Now the ball's with Goldfinch, who's been busy since she got on. Long ball from Dorber. Kiriaku's going to win that one. And in the end, Calder's just going to have to watch it out. City just trying to up the pressure. Goldfinch again with the throw. Calder wins another header.
Absolutely fantastic defender, Nicole Calder.
Yeah.
And as we said before, no nonsense.
No. Campagnoli this time puts it over her head, but now it's Scalzi that cuts it out. And she needs to get the ball out. And she's done well to find Reed, but it runs on. Reed in the end's had to cough it up. Here's Dorber. Dorber now puts it into the middle for McLeod. Good play by Laura Stockdale. She read that situation well, but then she's just gone and given it away again. And City now can relaunch with Abby. She tries to find Di Bartolo on the right. Why wouldn't you? She's been terrific today, Danny Di Bartolo. And she's held the ball well there. It's come back out the back now to Gray. But her ball forward is only going to be Steers if Steer wants to shepherd it out, and she does. And that's just another couple of seconds that's going to be eaten up by Metro. Once again, you know that they're not going to hurry to take this. In fact, it's gone through the fence, but Valtrops picked it up. RAA proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. We thank, of course, Claymore Wines, who are donating $1 from every bottle sold at participating outlets to the Women's Football Fund. Support women's football in South Australia. Full details are on the FFSA website. Great touch there by Panagaris. Probably just gone a little bit far for Cocaine in the end, but she's got it back to Calder. And her ball, though, was to none of her teammates, but Holmes lost out to Reed, but she's lost the ball. A bit of, it's like table tennis at the moment, but if someone's going to put their foot on the ball, it's Christy Moore, and she did. To Stockdale to Quigley. Quigley now to Panagaris. Back to Stockdale, but Abby read it well. It's going to break for Cocaine now, and she's got plenty of time to make a cross, but she's just going to kill a little bit more time and let the ball go out for a corner with just 90 seconds plus stoppage time remaining.
Well, if they were soaking up time at the 75th minute mark, I think at the 89th minute mark, they're going to do exactly the same. Metro, Donica Kane. She's going to take the short option here or play it in. Vanessa Reid does give her the option. She does play it in. Oh, and it falls to Rachel Quigley. The ball's trickled out again. This time it's going to be a goal kick to Adelaide City.
Well, it's probably time to talk about the player of the match, which is brought to you by Claymore Wines. And even though the game might not be won by them, we're giving the Claymore Wines player of the match to Danny Di Bartolo. It was a unanimous call up here. She's been absolutely terrific, and even though she hasn't scored, she's been so important. And here she is again. She's been so important for Adelaide City in this game, even if they are to fall short of the premiership. It's not quite over yet, but Christy Moore is going to try to make sure that it is, as she brings the ball down the attacking left where she's been so effective since she moved there. She's playing it into the corner again, 2-on-2, and she has won the throw. And we are very, very close now to stoppage time, just 20 seconds away. There's going to be one more substitution. And
that is Tadino coming on.
Yeah, young Chanel Tadino. I think it's fair to say that most of the Metro players have got a huge amount of senior experience, but Tadino is one of the ones who is more of a young up-and-comer, but she's earned her spot in this mighty squad, make absolutely no mistake.
Chrissy Panagaris, the player she's replacing there.
She's put in a good shift too.
Well, we are in the embers of the WNPL season. Of course, finals still to come, but the premiership to play for today. Adelaide City have seconds left now to spring themselves into action. The ball goes forward from Dorber. Can Powell control? Turns, but it's cut out very well there by Isabella Scousey and Ness Reid. Ball goes forward for Moore. And it's going to trickle out for a goal kick.
Just got to see how much time is going to be added on. We didn't see a board go up, but just watching the referee, it might not be much. There hasn't been any injuries, I don't think. There haven't been many stoppages. So
not a game fraught with stoppages. I would imagine 3 minutes would probably be fair.
Yeah, there's obviously been a lot of substitutions, but we've already played 1 minute.
Adelaide City in the middle of the park. Here's Holmes urging her team forward. Cut out well because Di Bartolo was through. Scousey did excellently well there. One of Metro's best today, Isabella Scousey. Yeah. I think she's not put a foot wrong in the centre of defence.
She's played really, really well.
Throw into City. Looking for Powell. Holds the ball up well, goes back to Holmes. Here's Holmes. Puts the ball in. Can anything happen in the last moments of the game? Tadino sees it out for Metro. And it's going to be a Metro United goal kick.
Referee's had a check. I'm keeping my eyes on him.
Every check is an important check at this time of the game.
I think he just told Beltrop to get on with it there as she just let the ball roll a bit forward.
The engravers are warming up. The red and black ribbons have been laid out. Can Adelaide City do anything to reverse their fortunes with what can only be one, maximum 2 minutes, you'd think, left in this game? Short ball forward, looking for Di Bartolo again. Kiriakou, well, she's experienced enough to know not to let anything like this happen at this stage of the game. Here's Stockdale. Stockdale trudging forward now. Here's Moore. Goes as far to the wing as she possibly can. 30 seconds away from it being 93 minutes played. It's been a reasonably enjoyable fixture this afternoon.
Oh, look, it can feel the tension up here, and it's had everything. Some great goals, some great defending, lots of tension, lots of pressure. It's exactly what you would have expected from this match.
Ball kept in, and it's going to be a goal kick to Adelaide City.
We thought for a moment the ref was signalling full time.
And they do take it as quick as they possibly can. Adelaide City now trudging forward. It's game over! Metro are the premiers of the 2018 Women's National Premier League.
What a fantastic performance by them over the entire course of the season. And it couldn't have been any narrower, could it? They've won it by 1 point. Well, I suppose it could go to goal difference, but it's gone right down to the last second of the last game. Well done to Metro. They they do deserve the title. They had their problems today, there's no question of that. It was a very nervy game. They went behind twice, and of course if they'd lost, the premiership would have gone to City. But their record this season has been absolutely terrific. 17 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. They haven't lost since round 2. You know, with a record like the one they have, City would normally win the premiership too. You know, they're going to finish with 17 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses.
Any other year.
Any other year you're going to win, but just goes to show how terrific these two sides are and how much they've dominated the competition. But well done to Metro. They've won the premiership back after losing it last season, and the trophy is out there right now. We're just trying to see if we can cross. We're going to leave you, Andy and Paul. We've enjoyed giving you the coverage here, and we're going to cross onto the field where the Metro players are celebrating.
Joined by Daniela Di Bartolo, of course. Daniela, unfortunate today. You've been fantastic all year, as well as your club. So congratulations on player of the match. Just your thoughts on the game and what can you do from here now heading into finals?
We knew it was always going to be, a tough game against Metro. They are a strong team. I think today we got pushed off the ball, and I think they wanted it more. But we had it in the bag in the first few minutes, but then I think we got a bit complacent. Yeah.
A lot to look forward to though still. You've got the Cup next week and then you've got finals as well.
We're always going to be positive no matter what. We've still got a whole, 3-4 games to go, and I know we've got it in the bag. We're not keeping our heads down, we'll get them again.
All the best for the finals.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daniela.
Cheers, mate.